Hi, hello, good morning everyone. Actually, it's afternoon. Who are we kidding? Actually spent the morning filming and working on my December plan with me in my bullet journal, finally, which actually you guys will have seen that before this video comes up. But it did take me quite a bit longer to film this one just because I used paint for the first time, and it does take a little bit longer because you have to let it dry and wait for it and all that kind of stuff. Also this morning we deep cleaned our Keurig after we had our coffee, of course, hence why I used a French press. That was like my third cup, which in my defense I've been up since like 5, okay? So right now I am about to finish up some laundry because it has been a really long time coming for me to do that. So I'm gonna do that, and then today's kind of like a gross day outside. It's really cold and it's been raining since like yesterday, and I don't think we really have any plans today. There is something I've been meaning to do though. So I don't know if any of you guys are like me who tend to procrastinate and put things off. One of those things happened to include like items of clothing that either got a tear or a hole or something that I need to fix on it before I could wear it, and so I haven't worn it, you know, since then. Like I just have them in a pile, and I'm like, I'm meaning to get to this and I will be, you know, fixing it at some point. But, you know, I've just put it off and never did it, and so those items literally aren't getting worn, even though all it will take is just like a simple hem or something like that. And so that's what I'm going to tackle today. And I mean, honestly, let's talk about this idea of mending our own clothes before just tossing it, thinking that it's no longer good. I mean, it really is a problem if we're much more ready to throw away an item instead of just fixing it up. I know I myself have been guilty of that too. But I mean, like, what happened to those days where that was a normal thing? When your clothes got holes in it, when it ripped and tore, you mended it, you fixed it. And really, a lot of these fixes aren't even hard. They're actually pretty simple, and there's just so many tutorials and things out there that it's hard to not find the information you need to fix the problem that you have. But I know we all get busy. I mean, like I said, I have literally like a pile of things that have been needing to be altered for a while now. And so honestly, if you just like sit down and just get it all done all at one go, and then you're done, then it's all taken care of. So I've got right here just a box full of things that need to be done. Like, for example, my work pants, the hem has been let out, so I need to just re-hem that. These I just wanted to take in a little bit. This is a pair of leggings that had a hole in the butt, and these pants were just way too long, and I have yet to wear them since I bought it. This is the issue here. I've been wanting to wear these pants, but I can't because they're just extremely too long, and I have yet to actually hem it, so today's the day. And I thrifted this skirt here, and even this is like a little bit too big, but there I was saying like, oh, I want to buy this, and yeah, I'll alter it, yeah, I'll take it in and it'll be fine. And like months later, here we are. So don't be like me. Surprisingly, there are so many bottoms. I don't know what that says about me, but I guess this is just going to be a bottoms edition. There are some other things that need to be done too, but I don't think we'll get to all of that. Nor do I want to, because this is just going to take all day. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tackle is reattaching this hem, as the stitching had just come out, and I could have just run it through the machine, but I wanted to match the other side and do a blind stitch, that way that you didn't see the hem on the other side. So I just pulled out my trusty hand needle and thread and attached it using a blind stitch. You can find a video tutorial on how to actually do that, but the gist of it is you pick up a little bit of fabric from the hem and then like 1 to 2 threads of the fabric from right above the hem on the main pant leg, and just repeat that process going around until you get to the end. And that just creates a nice clean finish on the other side without seeing a stitch line. And seriously, such a simple fix, but I had put it off for so long. But now it's done. And now these are a pair of joggers that I've had for a really long time, and I've just kind of ignored that there's a hole right there in the booty. So, I guess it's just like one of those, like, let's just make sure I wear a long enough shirt. And I mean, to be honest, I wear these just at home for the most part. This was a pretty simple fix because the hole is actually right at the edge of a stitch line. So all I did was bring that together and re-sew it so that the hole was covered up. Ooh, now the next thing I'm going to tackle are these extremely long wide leg pants that I really have been wanting to wear but honestly forgot about just because they've been in my pile of need to alter. So the way that I'm going to do this is I just went ahead and put the pants on and folded up the bottom to where I think it's going to be the good length for me, and then just pinned it at the side just so I could get like a rough estimate on how much I needed to hem. And then once you take it off, that's when you can just go around and measure up the even distance all the way around. So I ended up taking 4 inches off of the bottom, but I wanted to do like a 1-inch hem, so I really ended up cutting off just 3 inches. I say just, that's a lot. So to hem these, I actually did a zigzag stitch just along that raw edge to keep it from fraying more, and then folded it up that 1 inch like I said, ironed it, and then did a blind stitch hem like before. Yay, now they're actually wearable, and I did keep them a little bit longer because I tend to wear heels quite a bit, and I will most likely wear heels with these pants as well. So, and the next pair are just these gray ones that I had thrifted quite a long time ago. There's really not much wrong with them. I just wanted to taper the leg a little bit just because I think that's a little bit more flattering on me. And then there's actually a hole in one of the pockets, which is very inconvenient. So to taper the legs, just go ahead and throw on your trousers inside out, and then you can pin on the sides how much you want to take in. I decided to take in the leg at the inseam rather than the outside so that if there's any flaws, they are nice and hidden. And once you get it to the taper that you like, you can go ahead and stitch following that pin line. Pocket was an easy fix. All I did was just sew around the edge that was open. I did also cut away some of that excess fabric from where I did the tapering, and since I don't have a serger, I just used my pinking shears to prevent from fraying. And we're done. Again, super easy, super simple. Now here's that leather skirt that I was talking about that I had thrifted for $8, and I honestly could make it work, but it is a bit loose and I would prefer it to just kind of hug the body a little bit more. So just like the other trousers, just go ahead and turn it inside out and put it back on so that you can see how much you want to take in. And I went ahead and pinned where I wanted to sew. So a little hack for you guys, if you just pin one side, you can actually transfer the same markings to the other side to make it nice and symmetrical. Just use some chalk and draw the line on one side, and then just fold it in half and press it along the other side, and that transfers the chalk markings. So now you just want to sew down that chalk marking. Now this was pretty difficult because the skirt was actually pretty thick in some areas, like really thick, just from the folded material, and it gave me a lot of grief. So needless to say, my last thing that I'm going to do is fix the waist on these striped trousers that I love so much. So what happened on these is the elastic that's around the back snapped off of where it was connected on the waistband. It created a hole, and then the whole waist is like loose now because the elastic isn't doing what it's supposed to. So we're gonna attach that back on just by feeding that elastic back up to the hole that it needs to go, and I'm gonna go ahead and sew it onto the strap, and then once that's attached, I went ahead and kind of shoved it back into the hole of the waistband and sewed it down so that everything was attached. And with that, we are good as new. And I'm so glad I took the time to do all of this. And it would have been sad to waste all of these bottoms just because of a simple fix. Alright guys, so that's all for today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and maybe you got some inspiration to do some alterations on your clothes too. Hope you guys have a great week, and until next time, bye!